It's Friday. Do you know where your IT guys are? We don't. It's time for Patch and Switch. And now two guys that took a reality show to Discovery about IT pros, but they wouldn't accept deadliest USB cables. It's Patch and Switch.
Exploding USB cables.
What's that about?
Exploding USB cables. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Hey, it's good to see the band is back.
Yes.
The band's playing. We have guests. Oh my goodness. I have these incredibly large and obnoxious headphones that I'm wearing.
You had that last time.
Yeah, I know. It's, you know what it is? My daughter took my headphones, my Bose noise canceling ones, and she misplaced them.
Oh. It's
in one of many pockets of hoodies or pockets of bags or something like that. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever.
It's like my presentation. I got a presentation gift as a speaker gift for one of my events.
Someone gave you PowerPoint?
Well, yes, they gave me PowerPoint.
Nice.
No, a clicker thing.
Oh, the clicker.
Yeah, and I lost it.
They call that the magic pickle.
The
magic pickle.
Okay.
That advances and backs up on the slides.
Got it.
I have no idea if we're live on the page.
We are live on the page.
Okay.
We are live on the page.
My page is frozen, but
your page is frozen.
That's kind of par for the course for how we're starting today. But hey, we're here. You know, it's just after 9 o'clock. A couple of minutes. You know, it's as they say. You know, when you, I don't know about you guys out there, but at Microsoft, when you start a meeting,
my
page is frozen. Typically, there ends up being a course for how we're starting. Oh, Jared is trying to figure out how to mute his laptop quickly. He's trying. There he goes.
I'm going.
And he's the audio engineer. That's the scary part about us. He knows how all this stuff works.
I don't say I know how it works.
As I was trying to say, you don't officially have quorum to start a meeting at Microsoft unless you're 6 minutes over.
Yeah.
So if it starts to set at 9, you have to wait till 6 minutes after before you can actually start to talk about the content, just in case people don't show up.
Exactly.
It used to annoy the heck out of me when I was a mobile employee because I'd be remote and I'd be there, bing, 9 o'clock, ready to go.
Ready to go.
I might be in my T-shirt and pajama bottoms or something like that, drinking a coffee, but I'll be there.
Nice.
Just doesn't happen to come up.
Nice. Good Friday to you, sir.
Good Friday to you as well. Second Friday. You guys apparently locked me out of the studio last week, so I appreciate that.
That
Thank
wasn't
you.
us.
Yeah.
I thank you.
That was
2 weeks ago.
I know.
Was it?
It was 2 weeks ago, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, what?
That means the house cleaners are coming today for my house. I hope my wife doesn't know I didn't clean the house on Thursday.
Whoops.
You know, we always clean the house before the house cleaners come, right?
Exactly.
What's the point of that? I never understood that part.
You tidy to make it more efficient. That's what my wife likes to say.
You tidy up before the house cleaners get
Correct.
there. Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
Is that I've been doing this wrong.
So wait a sec. Who is this guy? Who invited him?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
This guy.
This guy.
He invited himself. That's
Invited this guy.
this is Mr. Pierre Roman.
Pierre Roman.
Hello.
From Canada. And I know he's going to speak French just to mess up the closed captions. He threatened he would earlier, so.
We're renaming this studio to Studio A.
You got it. Instead of Studio C.
I guess it's Studio
H.
8.
There you go. And in case you can't see, I think you can probably see down here in the corner, you've got little Miss Princess Bailey has now decided she wants to sleep on my arm.
Yes.
So I will
Well, it's better than chewing the cable.
It's better than chewing the cable underneath,
Kind
which
of
she was doing
hitting-
earlier, but she'll probably end up making my arm go to sleep. So you guys might have to push me out the door to get me to the next meeting I got to go to.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So how things been? I haven't seen you in a while, Pierre. The last time I saw you were putting a lift kit on his truck.
Yeah, no, I came back to finish the job.
He left some bolts loose, so he had to come and tighten the bolts.
No, we ended up finishing the job, and I was in town for some containers and microservices training.
Ooh, fun.
Doing the cube,
Containers.
doing the Kubernetes.
Doing the cube.
That was we were watching Connect from our office this week.
Oh, yeah?
As it was going
Connect is going on right next door.
I know it's still going on next
And
door.
they let us in here. That's
I
the
know.
funny part.
Well, no, see, we snuck by while they were focused on their stuff.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
snuck by.
We couldn't sneak by with the puppy.
So they don't actually know we're using the streaming equipment right now. That's what
Exactly.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, that was waved. when I
Perfect.
walked by.
Exactly. No, the team I'm on actually supports visualstudio.com.
Oh, yeah?
So we were pumping out all sorts of content updates and the coupon codes and all that stuff into the system, and it was awesome. It was, the guy on my team, Jacob, did a lot of the work, but I was sitting there watching, and it was like, hey, and we have this coupon code, and Jacob, is that up and running? He goes, yeah, it's up and running. I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad it is. Because people are hitting it the minute they were announcing them.
You gotta like that. Kind of work related. Pierre was telling me last night that on the way home, he was mentioning that the internal instructor was telling people to say, okay, make sure you spin down your management nodes and spin down your agent nodes and stuff like that, because you're going to be incurring charges with them if you just leave them running, that sort of stuff. And Pierre's like, well, actually, if you want, I just wrote up a script to do all that for you and put it inside of Azure Automation. It runs every day now at 7 p.m. Unless you put in a kill phrase.
And they're like, what?
You can do that?
And is the kill phrase snowball?
I think it's Rosebud.
Rosebud.
Multi-pass.
Multi-pass. There you go. It's multi-pass.
That could work.
Multi-pass.
Multi-pass.
But
yeah, my Facebook is just, I don't know what's going on.
It's Facebook.
I've got a black screen right now. I can't see if anyone's got any comments. Anyone's got like
Steve
happy
Evans
faces or
wants to know
sad faces that they're doing right now.
Oh,
yep.
Steve Evans wants to know if there's beer in those juice boxes, Jared.
Oh yeah.
I have no comment on that, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think we could start a new tradition of writing something on the wall behind.
We should.
Whoever.
Whoever's
Just
here.
do something. I mean, it's a whiteboard wall, as I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't use a Sharpie on it. It would be good if you don't use a Sharpie.
It's a whiteboard as long as you're using the whiteboard pens.
Got it.
Yeah.
If you're using paint or the Sharpies, it is not much of a whiteboard.
Oh, there we go. Okay, my screen refreshed.
Hey,
I've got
Rick
it now.
Claus joined.
Yeah,
is what
my
it says
screen
now.
works.
So,
My screen works.
hey, we got 13 people live watching, but unfortunately, I think 3 of us are here in the room. So
That's the way it works, man. We're going to be famous.
Pump up the numbers.
This internet thing is going to be very popular.
The interweb, I'm telling you.
something
Yeah.
just popped. Pop. You
Was it that it?
Jeez.
I can do that.
Maybe that's the dog.
Nice.
It's
It's
the
that
dog.
makes the
It's
dog.
Blame it on the
Blame
dog.
the dog. What's that smell? It's the
puppy.
dog.
It's the puppy. Tammy, it's the puppy.
But so, what have you been doing for? I know you've been doing the Kubernetes thing this week. And,
That's right. That's right,
Learning
'cause-
all about it. Is that the
Yes, my last week in my current role.
last week in current role?
Yes, that's correct.
We've had a couple of role changes announced on this show. One
I know.
mine last week.
This is a new trend, I think.
It is.
New trend.
So this is where we bring people to talk about their new jobs. So what is your new role?
Well, I got the confirmation this morning.
Is it a buttermilk roll?
It's
No,
a
it's
it's a honey
sourdough.
it's a honey
It's
bun.
It's a honey,
It's a honey bun
Okay.
from Chick-fil-A.
I am I'm joining the Canadian ISV team, so supporting independent software vendors.
Oh, cool.
Yep, doing actually real work with real companies and helping them learn about that thing that we've been talking about for a few years now.
What is that?
The cloud.
Wait, what's this cloud that you speak of?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I have to figure it out before I meet with them, I guess, on Monday.
I have no idea what this cloud thing is.
I like how he qualified it as Canadian ISVs. It's like what they all come with Tim Horton cups and maple syrup or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, and fur hats.
Fur hats.
Fur
It's
hats.
cold outside.
It's getting cold outside.
Nice.
We got
I can
snow
just-
already.
Can't use an iPhone 10 up there
No, apparently
or an
not.
iPhone X or whatever they
It
call
gets
it
too
now.
cold and the
It's-
screen freezes. But
Exactly.
they released a beta patch for that, I think.
They released a software patch for. I'm sitting there going, how do you
Yeah.
software fix a screen? But
Hey, man.
I guess it's the sensitivity.
It's called a heating blanket that's
It's
connected to a car battery that in your pocket.
No, you put the waterproof iPhone X inside your Tim Hortons Double Double to stay warm.
There you go.
That
That's how
works.
you do it. Or actually, you know what the software fix could be? They just run up the CPU for about 20 minutes. Like a
heats it
heater,
up.
Heat
Yeah.
defroster.
It defeats the purpose of battery life, but hey,
Exactly.
you know,
Hey,
it works. It
but
can
you
work.
want it to work when it's cold.
Yep, that could work.
That's right.
This is how it gets done. Software development at its best.
So, this I guess we can unofficially say that we're inside the first segment, which is
Yes,
from the trenches.
from the
So
trenches.
He's been taking training. What about you, Jared? Like, what
have
you've
I been doing?
Have you been on call? Was this your week of being on call?
Ooh, no, last week was my primary week for being on call.
Okay. When's the last time you were on call?
When I was back at the radiology practice before I
Wow.
came back to Microsoft.
That's years.
Yeah.
Years ago. What
And
was it
kids-
like?
And can the engineer publish that number?
Yeah. 555-1212.
Exactly.
Extension 3.
Extension 3, yeah. It was good. My team has actually we're a worldwide team, so the nice thing was I wasn't on call 24/7. I was on call from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then I transitioned it to the India team.
10 a.m., 6 p.m.
So 8 hours.
Yeah, that works.
During kind of normalish business hours. They go from 6 p.m. Redmond time to 2 a.m., and then they hand it off to Dublin, and then Dublin goes from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., and then they hand it back to me. So it's kind of nice. When you're on call, it's only during 8 hours during the day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any project work. You're pulled out of all your project sprints, so you can focus on being a DRI.
So you have to run between offices?
No.
DRI? Designated?
Designated responsible individual. Seriously, I said the same thing.
I cannot believe that Microsoft has an acronym for that.
It's actually an industry
So
acronym. I found out.
I would be
really?
Yeah.
I would be DII, designated irresponsible individual, or immature individual.
Well, okay. I was probably on the immature side as well.
We got J-Flo there kicking the camera. Watch that, eh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Come on,
Feet,
man.
Sorry.
Chicken feet. But so then, and I'm only responsible for Sev 0, Sev 1, and Sev 2 incidences.
Oh, only that.
Well, the backups handle Sev 3 and Sev 4.
So what's Sev 0, Sev 1, Sev 2 for those that don't know Microsoft vernacular?
Sev 0 means everything is down, all heck is breaking loose.
So that's when you're
And such has already been notified.
Yes.
That's when you're the dog at the table and everything's on fire.
Yes.
It's fine.
And I had one last week.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
No, it wasn't. And I was like, are you kidding me? My first week, and they haven't had a Sev 0 like in 2 years. And
Yep.
my
So
first
they
week
say.
on call.
So they say.
I went back and checked ICM. They haven't.
Nice.
Normally we have Sev 2s, which affect, Sev 1s affect all customers, but it's not service down. And
Yeah.
Sev 2 affects specific customers, but service down for those specific customers.
Got it.
Then Sev 3 is just, it's irritating,
It's irritating?
Oh, I
No,
think
Sev
Is that
4
the
is
official?
irritation.
Oh, nice.
I think I heard about that one.
The Sev 0?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes. So it was,
this is public.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting time. We were down for an hour.
Nice.
And then the best part was the next day we had a small exchange issue, and I didn't have email from 2 a.m. to 1 p.m. while I was the DRI.
Bonus.
Okay. Nice. Well, that means you didn't get any notifications. That works.
And then I went to my backup and I said, hey, you need to be able to watch emails from me. He goes, my email's down too. I'm like, great. So we had to tell her.
Wah, wah,
Wah. But we have a operations desk, and we told the operations desk, hey, we're both down an email, and half of them were down too. So it was like, hey, it's going to be a wonderful day today.
Nice.
Here. So no, it was fun though. I got
Very
through
cool.
the week.
You did? You survived?
I survived.
And when's your next shift? Do you have to do it like every other week?
No, we have to. It's about every 8 weeks, but because of the holidays and stuff, my next one is the first week of December, and then the first week of January.
Got it.
So, but the nice thing is, the way we've worked it, I get a flex day, and technically today is my flex day, so I'm not here. This is not the employee you're looking for.
Jared is actually a holographic image coming
Exactly.
from Bermuda,
Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna
Jamaica.
That
That
is
could work.
not the engineer you're looking for.
Exactly. Wow, you do that way too well, sir.
Like, we're gonna have Mr. Pierre Roman
Do some voiceover
Skyped
work.
in for some voiceover work.
We can have him do some voiceover work.
Yeah.
We need to recreate the scene from True Lies where the guy's making the tape for Arnold Schwarzenegger to use with his wife. Have Pierre remix some of those.
Slowly. I was going to say say the first part of that line when I figured we're live.
Yeah, you're live and you can't say it.
Yeah. So Rick, how was your week? Fun with the Bailey?
Yeah, so the sleeping puppy that I have right here on my lap has caused me some nice fun times. She had surgery on Monday, or Tuesday. No, Tuesday, actually.
Okay.
She had some teeth extracted and some work done on her back leg. So she's affectionately known to have chicken legs. When she runs, she looks like she has these little chicken legs that run down the hallway.
More like little pegs.
Yeah. So now one of her pegs looks like a peg leg, which makes it even funnier. So I've been bringing her into work this week just to kind of
Like Captain Balbosa with the peg leg.
Oh, gotcha.
keep
yes.
keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't chew off her leg.
I know, and she took my chair. What the heck?
She did take her chair. She actually, she enjoyed. I throw my sweatshirt, my pull-on hoodie or whatever it is, on top of the chair, and then she just likes to curl up on the chair. It works great until someone comes to my office and opens my door, and then she freaks out like it's a cat burglar.
Yeah.
Cat burglar.
Cat burglar.
Yeah, cat burglar.
It's a cat part.
And then she goes after whoever it is, and so there's been a couple of times when I've had to make a lunge to stop her from going for the door. But of course, as soon as she gets 2 feet closer towards whoever's coming in the room, she all of a sudden starts wagging her tail uncontrollably and wants to sniff and smell everybody, and everything's all good.
And make
with the
friends
exception,
with
there's one guy she doesn't like right now in my office.
Pierre?
In my office, I don't think she likes beards. This guy has like a bigger beard, and I think she doesn't like beards.
Does he have a neck beard?
No neck beard. He trims it nicely, but anyway, he's caused her a start once or twice. So, like I said, she's basically crashed out on my arm, so she's not moving anywhere.
Exactly. She was running around Channel 9 earlier.
Yes, the 9 folks like her out there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazingly easy to be able to get work done because she literally just kind of chills out on the chair, or else climbs on my desk and chills out on the desk, one or the other.
Yep.
She likes the desk because it's got access to the window, so she can sit in the window
And watch outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
But work-wise,
Yeah,
besides a dog,
yeah.
work-wise, we are in the middle of doing week 2 or 3 of planning right now.
Okay.
And so
Planning.
We're in the next phase of planning. And each of the different PM teams from Azure have to go off and basically triage all their important, what they call epics.
Oh, yes.
I'm using VSTS terminology, I think.
Yes.
Is
Thank
that
you.
right?
Thank you. Yes, it's epic.
Yes, VSTS. We're using your stuff, aren't
Yes,
we?
you are.
Online. There we go. I've got epics that I'm responsible for, and I've got work items underneath the epics, and I've got
Features.
sub epics of epics.
And then you
That's
got the
epic.
features.
I've got the features, but we don't go too far into details with the features because we have to partner with our developer leads
Right.
To be able to go through and flesh them out. So
Yep.
technically, we're in the stage right now where basically the different developer leads and the engineers, the PMs, are doing the barter negotiation back and forth for what the common priorities are. And then this all gets pitched back to the leadership team to say, here's where we're going for the next little while.
Mm-hmm.
And the interesting thing that I found about this, because it's like the first time I've really done a lot of planning from an Azure perspective for how they do
Probably
this.
the first time you've actually done planning.
No, I've done planning before.
Oh, at work, not.
Nice. This time is the neat thing is that they go off, they pitch them back to other people. But the first thing I realized is that they leave space. Like they actually have a whole section that's called, or we're calling it experiments in our group. That basically is like, you know what, this is kind of some cool stuff I want to go off and try, and here's some customer background that says this is why it's important and we should go off and try to invest in this. And there's time allocated to be able to go off and do experiments and still be very agile because we revisit those different things at different times during sprint reviews.
Yeah.
And then we decide if it's still the same priorities or shift them around. And then that works on a scale of like hundreds of
awesome.
people, which is kind of crazy.
It is.
So anyway, we do that. Our team works in 6-month chunks. And then there's semesters. Thank you. I need to learn all this terminology.
It's like at school. We're back at school.
Yeah,
I know, right?
they do. They call them semesters.
Oh, God.
And then and obviously there's sprints inside of those and stuff like that. It's actually running.
Yep.
And then obviously people are trying to finish off the stuff from the last semester to be able to start with a cleaner state on the next semester.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Fun. But I can't tell you what I'm working on. But,
Of course not.
That's
I could tell you, but I'll have to kill you.
Wow.
that works. So that's what I've been busy with, doing that.
Awesome.
Because with my new team, I'm not just focusing on documentation and focusing on other stuff as well. Although I have been asked to continue to do Tuesdays with Corey. So, and then I elect to do the patch and switch because I believe it's important to do.
And
that's why we're still here.
Exactly.
That's why we're still here.
That's why my boss is like, "What's this meeting every other Friday in your schedule in the morning?" It's
very important.
It's a technical
webcast.
Technical webcast. He goes, "What do you guys talk about?" Oh, stuff.
Azure, Visual Studio Team Services.
Yeah, I just kind of said stuff.
Azure Active Directory, documentation, Azure adoption, consumption.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't know what Pierre talks about.
I am doing a VSTS onboarding with a customer, not next week,
cool.
the week after, for their CI/CD.
Yes.
So that should be good.
It is. It's
These are DevOps terms, by the way.
Yeah.
So
continuous integration, continuous deployment.
There seems to be a funny game going on
Delivery.
right now with the audience whenever they happen to show up. We're up to 17 now, by the way. I think my daughter has joined us. We're up to 19.
Yikes.
They like to take screenshots of funny sentences and captions and then share them back with us. So I encourage you, if you're interested to partake in the game, is to take screenshots of rather interesting sentences that come up.
There's a URL there that they could actually follow along live as well on their website, in their web browser if they wanted to.
On their phone if they wanted to. It's crazy.
Exactly. It's up there in the top right.
And eventually we will train this AI to understand us better. Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
We'll see. They're not too good with the Kanakistan dialect, though.
Yeah.
That still has to go.
And the Washingtonian Montanan, it has a tough time with as well.
Speaking of the chat room and the Facebook, what does Steve, like earlier you were the DRI and you're the DII, and he points at me saying I'm the DUI? What does that mean? Steve, if you'd like to elaborate on that, that'd be great.
I can confirm he's not driving because I was driving the Jeep in today.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if that's a smart idea either, but
what, driving the Jeep? You see what it's like driving with a puppy running around inside. It's rather fun.
And a phone in your hand as you're
No.
I had the phone in my hand.
Okay, I saw the tweet go out. I'm like, wait, I hope he didn't.
No.
Which was a tremendous show of trust from my good friend Rick.
Oh, you tweeted on
to actually hand me his phone with his Twitter account.
Unlocked and ready to go.
Unlocked and ready to go.
Wow, that was a lot of trust.
Yeah, that could have been fun.
Could have been a lot of fun. Free donuts for everybody.
We've definitely had our issues over the years with unlocked phones, unlocked workstations.
Exactly. We had someone this week that left their workstation in our team room unlocked, and I'm going to actually stop by on my way out because they have donuts today.
Oh, yeah?
That person just loved the team so much, he said he was going to bring donuts on Friday.
Right on. Perfect.
So there's a trick now.
Oh, there is.
If you pair your phone with your Windows 10 device, as soon as your phone gets out of Bluetooth range, it will lock it.
Yes.
I haven't tried that. I haven't tried it.
As a backup.
Yeah. The problem is my desktop
it
doesn't
works
have
very well.
My desktop doesn't have Bluetooth.
In 1998, 99, I think, I actually worked on the project for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, so that officers in the cars, when they would step out of the car, their proximity badge would lock the computer in the cars.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Did it unlock when they got back in?
No, they'd have to actually authenticate with a...
They did that while they were driving? No.
Oh,
they actually
parked
are not immune, but exempted from the laws where they can actually use their device while they're driving.
Okay.
Well, they have to give themselves a ticket, which kind of defeats the purpose, right?
Yeah.
But they keep getting themselves warnings.
Yeah, exactly. But those, if they're written, hey, it's quota.
That's right. Quota's
we're
everything.
up to 21. Oh my goodness, we have 21 live viewers.
Yeah, we're getting up there. And actually someone said, hey, what about the scores of new Azure logo stickers for laptops?
Considering there's a new logo.
I know. So actually, you can see there on top of my Surface and Jared's as well, and every single one of them, actually, except for the Apple back there.
Yep.
But there's a crossbone on the Apple if you don't see it.
That's fine. That's fine. I've got a Mac as well.
And the only reason is because my Surface, the battery's dead, and I forgot my charger.
But we embrace.
You're pulling a Rick.
Cross functional.
So I'm actually looking at redesigning the sticker that's on everyone's laptop to use the new logo. I redid the intro for Tuesdays with Corey with the new logo as well.
Nice.
That's on there, so it's all good.
And I know I contacted you. I was like, hey, when did the new logo come out? Because I started noticing it lately.
I literally found out
Ignite.
that it came out when I was backstage doing the demos for Corey at Ignite when they did the announcement at Scott's keynote. I had no idea the new logo came out.
Exactly.
What it was. Next thing you know, it's like, hey, what's this A thing?
What's this A thing? The A team.
Yeah.
All right. So we've talked about work.
Okay.
Let's talk about
beer money.
Beer money.
Beer money. That's where we go off and we do tech support for friends and family for free and or beer money.
Exactly.
Correct.
Anybody been doing some beer money lately?
Beer money lately.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What you say?
Well, my parents are snowbirds.
Okay, define snowbirds for those that don't know.
Snowbirds are Canadian that flee the white stuff to Florida from November to about April, May.
Got it.
So they're about ready to leave, but my mom and my dad don't want to lose their local news channels that French Canadian Gatineau news, and of course the Montreal Canadiens on RDS. And
are they still in the playoffs?
We just started the season, buddy.
Started the season. I thought it was the playoffs.
Are they still in the playoffs?
Well, so far they're now actually. I think of this morning. I thought they think they'd be making the playoffs, but
anyway.
Okay, now I'm sad.
Are the Leafs undefeated still?
No.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
You can only say the Leafs are undefeated for like a week or two.
Yeah, because that's when they plan when they plan the parade.
Yeah,
and then everything goes to
it goes down.
So I had to set up the snowbirds. So I had to set up a sling box for them.
Air Force guys, the stunt plates.
The snowbirds. It's also the acrobatic team.
Okay,
yes,
just checking. Okay, continue.
So you set up a what? A sling box
at my father's house, so that he could plug his laptop onto the big screen in the house in Florida and
then sling.
Yeah, but now I screw with him.
You go over and change the channel?
I go online and change the channels while he's watching the game.
And it switches down in Florida?
Well, no.
Because he's watching it
He's still at home.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's still at home.
He's still at home. He leaves next week.
Well, that's even funnier.
Yeah. So he's sitting in his living room, and he's just gotten surgery, so he's pretty much immobile. So he's in the lazy boy and watching the hockey game, and I know when the hockey game, so I go through the guide and figure out what is the most girly show on TV.
Yeah.
And then I change the channel on him.
Kardashians?
Oh, I haven't done that, but that's my next deal.
Those eyes when I said that. Those eyes.
He'll kill me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So that's what they've been doing. And
nice.
Putting a spare tire rack on the back of Rick's Jeep.
That's definitely beer money.
That's definitely beer money.
We're using the kegerator to be able to stay lubricated as we're putting the tire rack on. Pierre actually had to engineer a solution for how to get the license plate mounted, because it no longer has the stock license plate. So the license plate used to be in the middle of where the tire is now, but now you can't do it there. So
the spare rack is so high and the spare is so big that you put the license plate over top, it actually sticks up above the roof.
Yeah. So that didn't work. It looked rather weird to do that.
Oh, I would imagine so.
So he managed to find a piece where he could bolt it on, and then made a couple of extra holes and some washers to make it work, and held it on with some duct tape, and it's all perfect.
Bubblegum,
duct tape, baling wire.
So I'm legal again, except for how you're supposed to have the red light in the middle of your car?
Yes.
It's off to the right now. So it's
asymmetrical
red
light. I know.
So I've done the order of a replacement red light option for it should be arriving tomorrow. So I got to take the back roads home to make sure that there's no
that's probably where the cops are going to be the more at, is the back roads.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
But it is Friday.
No kidding.
It is Friday.
It is Friday. I haven't done a lot of beer money work, but I am going to be leaving for family vacation fun.
That's
to see family.
Gobble Gobble coming up.
Gobble Gobble coming up, yeah. So heading to the Long Island side of things. And I expect a whole bunch. My sister's already warned me. She's got. She wants to switch from their current Wi-Fi system to the Ubiquity cell system.
You got to go with the Amplify.
Yes.
So that's the more consumer version, which is very friendly.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what they want. Probably going to do a.
That's what they want, but is it what they need?
It is actually what they need, because they need better coverage in the house. Right.
Are you familiar with the Amplify a lot?
Yeah.
Do you know if there's a limitation on how many of the wireless you can get on the Amplify versus the full-fledged Ubiquity system?
What, the clients, you mean?
You mean number of clients?
No, the actual Wi-Fi mesh devices.
It comes with
two. It comes with two.
Well, it comes with two, but you can add a third.
Oh, you can easily add third or fourth or something like
exactly. That. Exactly. Yeah. No, Brad Sams actually is using them right now.
Mr. Sams.
Mr. Sams.
He's the new. Let
me drop that name there. Yeah.
The new Surface Book 2 promotional manager.
Exactly. Yeah. Did you see that video? That was actually really nice.
It's almost as good as taking.
Better.
It's almost as good as taking 100 slides on PowerPoint and just choosing random transfer or transition.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, it was fun use of expression encoder that he was using.
No. So. He's been using it.
After
I asked
Effects.
him. I asked him, and he goes, "Yeah, actually, it's been real easy to set up, and I love my Ubiquity stuff, so that's why And my sister it's funny because it's replacing a Airport Extreme, which is their current Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
okay.
Stretching.
Yeah.
Arm
So I'm like,
sleep.
what the heck was that?
Stretching the arm out.
So I'll be setting that up. She wants me to do a little bit more than just tech support. She wants me. I know how to put those closet rack systems in. She wants me to do the kids' rooms plus the guest bedroom.
Closet rack.
You know, it's
the structure. Yeah.
yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about actually doing structured wiring inside of her media center. Or
Oh
something.
God, no.
I need help with that. Honestly, that's
You
my
need a lot of
own
help with your
personal.
media center, period.
No.
You need another Xbox, by the way.
I do need another Xbox X, but
Yeah.
I'm leaving the space
Kelly?
blank with a note that says Xbox X here.
Kelly, he needs an Xbox One
Yeah.
X.
So
He really does.
I'm
And there's your answer.
I'm hoping that
My finance minister has not approved that purchase.
I'm hoping that I was a good enough boy for Santa Claus with the last name of Claus. You gotta hope you have some kind of leverage
Exactly.
to be able to get one of those for Christmas. But no, it's like in the house I've got individual wiring that comes down to the central closet point.
Oh, yeah.
But there's just like the default entry of the punch down block, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else literally is kind of hanging off of that and like dangling and just
we
not
should-
having
we
a good
should
day.
look-
All
Yeah,
our
we
wall,
should look
buy
at
a
that.
wall rack. They're like super.
No, there's no room for a wall rack. I've got the closet infrastructure that I could actually put the proper pieces in and have it work. But I need to hand in my IT Pro card. Like, that's how bad it is right now.
Okay, well,
So-
you can do that. You can give it to Golden Ass as we walk by.
Oh yeah,
It's on.
she'll drop it in the shredder.
Exactly.
It's on hold right now.
Yeah. No, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to go over. My mom's got some things going on in her house with her TV and stuff that she wants help with. My sister is trying to convince me to help convince my mother she needs an iPad instead of a Surface.
Oh yeah.
Because it's at her, my sister, she lives close to my sister. I'm almost willing to just back off and say, okay, she can have, let's get her onto an iPad because my sister then will have to support her and I won't.
Right on. I think
But
when you come up with
Jared,
What?
Jared,
what would be
Jared,
the
how do I print?
Oh, God.
what would be the
Don't even go there about the printer.
what is
My mom asked me the other day, "How do I print a video?"
Jared, how do I plug this into the printer?
is there a term for that? Is that like firing your client kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be a term for transitioning your family member to a different family member for tech support.
Yeah, it's called a party.
No.
It's got to be something we can do.
No, I think that it's what do they call it in ICM? It's when you you request assistance, and you can transfer to a new queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
I'll just
handoff.
transfer that.
A warm handoff.
A warm handoff.
Warm
That works.
handoff, there we go.
So
So that'll be good. It's like well, it's either that or I give my mom my Surface Pro 4 and I just have to buy a Surface Book 2.
yeah, that could work. That
I
could
went
work.
and looked at them this last weekend.
Yeah.
The 15 is huge.
Yes, I know.
Oh, it's like huge. It looks beautiful.
Well, I'm due for a refresh, so I'm hoping if my boss is listening.
Nice.
If your
Nice.
boss is listening,
We should probably
Yeah, that might not be a good idea.
Facebook is
Didn't
more
say
of,
anything.
Facebook is more of Joey's domain, but we should probably acknowledge some of the folks that are inside the chat
Should
room over
we?
here. Yeah, we've got.
Who's there?
I can take my glasses off so I can.
Mike
read this.
Bergen, Steve Enns, Jane Fair,
Yeah, Tom. Hey,
Tom
Kupka's
Kupka.
here. Yeah, Sean Logan as well.
John Marshall,
Yeah,
Andy Helsby, Pierre Roman's in the room. Hey,
Sean
Pierre.
Roper, Damien
How do you get that view?
Wizaki.
Chuck
Wizaki.
Walzel.
What? How do you say his last name? Damien's last name. I'm horrible with last names.
You-
I apologize, Damien.
Yes.
There's Andy Helsby, Mike Bergen. We already said hello to Mike Bergen. You got Jacob Beneke. Beneke. I should just stop saying people's last names.
Yeah.
It's not
Just
good.
say their first names.
There was Chuck Williamson. You remember Chuck?
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah,
You remember Chuck?
I see Chuck every
haven't
once in
seen
a
him
while.
I like his profile picture with the beret.
With the beret, yes.
Nice.
That is nice.
Very nice.
Very classy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
very good to have everybody with us today.
Yes, we definitely appreciate it very much.
So we've talked about In the Trenches. We've talked about beer money,
Yeah, so that brings us up to beer talk.
beer talk.
Beer talk. So I have to say,
We've been bad beer people.
We've been bad beer people as far as making beer is concerned. But first, before we get to making beer, let me talk about some beer I discovered which is always very good.
Okay.
So Pierre's been making fun of me because he's been hanging out at my place for the last little while, and he's making fun of the fact
he's not hanging out with
I know that too, but he basically has been saying.
But I earn it because I've been at his house for a week and I've been cooking while.
Yeah, I know. So I love that because I've been doing all this. I've been the parental taxi unit.
He's been here and cooking, and I was not invited over. John and I weren't invited.
Hey man, I tried.
Made a gigantic
homemade mac and cheese,
homemade Texas mac and cheese
with bacon,
with Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon on top. Very good. There's very little bit of that left.
I am personally hurt.
Yeah.
I could have brought old bottles of scotch, but no.
I'm a bourbon guy. So.
He's a bourbon guy, but
I even have bourbon.
I've got bourbon. Yeah.
So, as I was trying to say, I've been driving like crazy all over the place to be able to get all the different siblings, all the different kids all over the place. And
siblings?
And one of them is basically I have to drive almost an hour and a half to get to South Tacoma to go to a softball facility and then sit inside the softball facility for 2.5 hours to watch the softball practice. So I pull up my nice little application called Brew Guru, and I find out, oh my goodness, there's a brewery just around the corner.
Shocker.
So I say, okay, see ya. Get in the car, drive off. Not even 2-3 minutes away, there's Seven Seas Brewing.
Yes,
So Seven Seas Brewing in South Tacoma. They also have the original headquarters in Gig Harbor, I think it is. But in South Tacoma, they have a beautiful tap room. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Like 2.5 stories, open space. They've got couches, live edge tables. They've got, the best part I like about it is they got like 4 different pairs of couches, deep cushiony leather couches with tables on them, stuff like that.
Rich Corinthian leather.
You could, I don't know if it's Corinthian. It's very buttery leather. It's nice and comfortable.
Okay.
So you can go there, grab something to eat. They actually have oysters you can have. They have because they have like besides the brewery with the tap room, you've also got like a little local business that does sandwiches and does soups and oysters. Apparently, you got another one for Coffee House, and so anyway, I'm not a fan of oysters, but you could actually get like 12 oysters on the half shell if you wanted to. But I had a beautiful BLT as I was having a sampler of about 10 different beer. Of which
Sit
I
at the
drank.
bar and just keep getting samplers. I'll
Nice.
try the next 20, please.
Yeah, and so they had some good ones. It's some nice ones going across the board. I was
Nice.
impressed. And then I managed to finish my sandwich, finish my different beverages. I hope I wasn't inundating everybody with like announcements and tweets coming out of all the different badges and crap like that. But
You were, but it's
I was.
okay.
I thought I turned those off on Twitter.
Nope.
Was it every single check-in or just the badges?
Both.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Check-ins too?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to check my settings. Something got to reset.
Okay.
But
Check your logs.
Yeah, check the logs.
Yep.
But if you
Use
follow
a-
me on
use a
Untapped,
Kusto query.
if you follow me on Untapped, you can see which ones that I actually enjoyed. But very, very good as far as beer is concerned. Did you guys drink any new beer in the last little while?
I have not had much new beer recently, other than this really good pear cider that I got. I was out. A friend of mine wanted to go wine tasting, and I'm like, sure, okay. And then she was nice enough to stop at this one winery that also had ciders. And they had a really good pear cider that I got a little half growler of.
Half growler,
Half growler.
otherwise known as a shot.
For me, yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Pierre, notable beer in the past week or two?
Actually, the one you introduced me because I can't get it tomorrow in my neighborhood. That brown sugar.
Brown Sugar
Brown sugar.
from Lagunitas is in the stores right now.
Got it.
So
Okay.
That was really good last
yeah,
time.
Brown Sugar is quite
Brown
nice.
sugar.
We have a kind of a every other Friday blow off
Steam day?
Blow off Steam day from the team I'm on in Cloud Build.
Yep.
And I was asked to bring a couple of beers, and I was going to go grab some beers from your place. But I think I'm going to bring in some of the Huss Brewery stuff that I have from Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like the Kolsch and the Coffee Kolsch.
Yeah.
And the IPAs
Beer hell. Last Sunday I was in beer hell.
at his house.
No. I
Okay.
was after the hockey game because I play in a beer league.
Oh, okay.
The guy who was on deck to bring the beer after the game,
Molson's.
Wildcat.
Oh, God.
For those
Wildcat?
Canadian who remember Wildcat beer, it's the bottom shelf, discounted, yellow
They
piss.
sell it by the flat at Costco.
Yes.
Oh my
Natty
God!
Ice.
Yeah, it's probably like Schmidt in the U.S. or
Schlitz.
Yes.
Or PBW.
Now,
I'd say PBR, but now
PBR.
it's
PBR's trendy
hipster
again.
thing.
It's hipster thing.
Yeah.
When I was playing in a softball league in Montana, and we had the same kind of rule. If you're bringing beer for the game, had to be animal beer. There had to be an animal on the can.
Oh yeah.
And you could only bring cans. It was like Schmidt.
Yeah, we're only allowed. Well, we're not
Hams.
allowed beer at all, but
Yes.
we only bring cans.
Yeah, but like Schmidt or Hams or something, it had to have an animal on the can.
Nice.
Moosehead has got a nice moose on it.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that could work.
I always brought this. I would always go to the corner convenience store, get a 32-ounce Coke, and then I had a small little plastic flask of some addition
Some
that
Some
would just get
flavor
added
addition.
throughout the game.
That could work. We've from a beer making perspective, that's definitely where we're falling down on our laurels right now. I've been too busy in traveling, and everyone else has been too busy in traveling. I've got this gorgeous beer porn conical fermenter with insulation and temperature control, just waiting to be used.
Yep.
But what I've done is I've actually...
But it looks wonderful.
It does look wonderful. It looks great. It takes up a beautiful space. I've got a special spotlight on it inside of the beer brewery, just so you can see it when the lights go off.
A little halo.
A little halo effect that goes on. A little backlit.
Yes.
And so the conical fermenter is going to be receiving probably a homemade recipe of Upper Canada Honey Brown, or Sleeman's Honey Brown.
Okay.
I found a good recipe I'm going to modify to turn into something like that, because I actually miss the Honey Brown.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
You don't have the Honey Brown down here like you do up in Canada.
No, we have Nut Brown down here.
Yeah. So Honey Brown.
I would
make some.
I would love to make.
Is that a hint for me to bring some next time?
No.
Am I allowed to bring that over the board?
You're allowed to bring 6-packs.
Are you?
2 6-packs, I think,
Okay.
at a time.
So
That's
so
it.
you mean a large suitcase, hard, and just
I'd just bring a
line up
Pelican
the
case.
6-packs?
No, you can't cross the border with that many. Can't cross the border with that many. It's like, I asked for, people always ask what they can bring down from Canada, and I always say, can you bring down some Loblaws white cheese bread, please? Mm-hmm. And
some Uncle Ben's
instant rice.
instant rice.
That is garlic and butter flavored.
garlic and butter.
And then
And then
Coffee
the
crisps?
are standing offers. But apparently it's someone was saying that they couldn't bring the bread with cheese on it because
That was Bartolo last summer.
because he only had carry-on.
Yep.
So he could check it, but
Yep.
you can't actually bring it. I don't know if it's like you can use it like a weapon or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm probably going to be speaking up in Vancouver in the spring.
So
here,
I'll give you the address to
Well, you've always wanted
Surrey,
to watch
BC.
me. You've always wanted to watch me speak.
That true is that as well.
You
So
can-
now I
you
can
can
see
go.
it. So
Yeah.
when is it?
I'll get the exact. It's like in April.
April.
I'm
time
watching you speak now.
Anyway. No, I'm talking about like speaking at an event.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where I'm a presenter.
Clarity, Jared.
I know.
That can work. It can work, I think.
It can. Maybe. Because I've tried a couple times and like, no, that's not it. I've tried.
But are you? So you're not going to be available in the next little while because you're going off to New York City.
Oh, I'm not at least for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
then I'm back. I'll be here for the next episode.
If I do the Honey Brown, I
Uh-huh.
think it can clear up and get out of the way for the next one to be made. So then we need to plan out what you're going to make because you haven't made a beer in like what, a year or something like that.
well, I need some Scotch ales. You know
Need
that.
some time.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Someone actually suggested. You know how the Scotch ale we've been doing has been a little too sweet. We've done it like a lower temperature to try to make it so there's more of a dry finish. Someone actually suggested that we use a different
malt.
yeast.
Oh.
Someone suggested that they actually use a lagering yeast, believe it or not, to be able to finish it off, as opposed to the ale yeast.
The one that I looked at, they use a combination of Edinburgh ale yeast and a high alcohol yeast.
Oh, to make sure it finishes.
Yeah.
Because
So-
you don't get much flavor off the high alcohol.
No.
You get the flavor off of the base strain.
They were talking about like 2 parts Edinburgh, 1 part high alcohol.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's something I would be.
Think you're going to try that out?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Exactly.
So it turns out Edinburgh Yale. I'm following the closed captioning.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
It doesn't understand a French accent, and it certainly doesn't understand English either.
No.
No.
Well, it is right there, but you know. we spoke a little clearer.
It's when we all talk over top of each other. It's when
and we're just kind of slurring.
Are you saying that I mumble or something like that? I don't think I mumble. We'll do the rest of the show like that.
Say my model or something. There you go.
Nice. Chile. What?
She once.
I don't know. So if now
She will hang once.
I've heard a rumor that J-Flo would actually come to a brew day, but he's never. Whenever I've offered for him to come over, he's never actually made it out to the place yet. So I don't know if I should be offended by this, or what. Like,
I apologize for this weekend. Something came up and I couldn't come this weekend.
okay,
That's fine.
that's fine.
right.
You know, it's you're
I fell asleep the last time I saw him. You put him to work.
Yeah.
Well, that
With
could also
lions
be
in the
too.
field.
I would like to know what's going on.
I
think
did come and help line the field.
You did,
you did.
and I appreciate that. And the lacrosse club appreciates that too.
Exactly.
Did you put in your hours of volunteerism?
I forgot to do that.
Come on,
Still,
man.
you can still put it in.
So put it in.
Yep. I put mine in.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly. No,
Does that count?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Should.
Volunteering is time, man.
Volunteering is time. Time is money.
Unfortunately, you cannot volunteer your time for the Jeep work. That doesn't work.
Well, that wasn't volunteer work. That was
Voluntold?
in
Voluntold,
in
yes.
lieu of hotel
Expenses.
accommodation.
Yeah. That works.
Nice. Hey, I could probably give you a little better bed and not charge you as much.
We're going to start bartering off. You know, you have to have like an Airbnb for Microsoft visitors to the campus. That could work.
No kidding.
You just want me to cook.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, we had steaks one night, and then we had chicken cordon bleu, and then we had leftovers. Last night was leftover night.
Well, we did steaks on Saturday. That was pretty good.
Yep.
But so you did steaks, and I actually brought
You didn't leave them.
I know, well, because I ate them all. The teriyaki kebabs.
Yes.
Oh, kebabs.
I thought you said you're going to bring some reindeer sausage.
I still have it in the freezer. It's still there.
After Christmas, we need them until then.
Exactly.
There seems to be a shortage leading up to Christmas of reindeer sausage.
Exactly.
But then
And then
after
there's
Christmas, there seems to be an abundance
of reindeer
An
sausage.
abundance of reindeer
No,
sausage.
I forgot it.
Last year there was one on my roof. I shot it. It was great.
Did it have a glowy red nose?
Not until I was done.
Nice. Traumatizing kids everywhere.
Exactly.
Patch and switch. Welcome.
I don't think kids should be watching this. There should be a parental advisory in front of the show.
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised. Oh gosh.
Where were we?
I know. It just died right there.
It goes off. Just goes off the rails.
That's what I'm here for.
Are we ever on the rails?
No. There's not even clearly defined guide rails that we can go through.
Not even Ruby on rails.
No. None of that.
Nothing.
I did hear in the headphones someone mention, I think it was our substitute audio engineer. What did we call him anyway? Because you're the audio engineer, so he's the he's the gaffer. He can be the gaffer. The
gaffer.
Yeah, the guy that looks after the gaff tape.
Yeah.
He mentioned random spending would be the next
Yes.
one because we just finished our beer segment.
Yes,
so
we did.
random spending.
So I random spent and got myself a Bridge keyboard.
Bridge, you did?
Yes.
Oh yeah. So I officially gave my Bridge to my wife, who I bought it for.
Okay.
She's like, I'm taking that.
Yes.
So I didn't really give it to her. She just took it.
She just took it.
So she's using it right now because the daughter, twin number one, is off at a softball tournament this weekend again.
Got it.
So she's got it hooked up to her Surface Pro 3. Now with the 3, you actually have to change out the little
The rubbers.
the rubber thingies that go
exactly.
on the clamps for the lid, and it worked fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mine's a 4 and it works perfectly.
For four, it's out of the box, it works great.
Well, when did you mention it on this show?
That was a while ago.
About a couple months ago, 2 or
Yeah,
3
yeah.
months ago.
How about that?
That day during the show, I went online, saw that, and bought it. And because my daughter, she's at university, and the Surface Pro on those little chairs that has the wrap around with the little table.
The little table
the
smaller
kickstand
than the
kept
Surface.
falling off, and
Yeah.
the Surface takes a nosedive off the
Exactly.
the end. So I bought that for her, and she loves it.
There you go. Has she had to charge it yet?
Yeah, she every other about every week.
Yeah, but every week, so because I haven't charged mine. I charged it once, and that's it. 'Cause
Every week she plugs it in, and
It's all based on usage. It's smart enough to know the power to be able to do it.
Now I had a problem with the touchpad being the sensitivity on the touchpad was like horrible.
Yeah. It was too sensitive or not sensitive
Not
enough?
sensitive enough.
I didn't notice.
It was like when I would move around on the touchpad, it would kind of move around hoinky joinky. Like if I tried to do any sort of real work on it, it was real. I started using my mouse, and I was just like, screw it, I'll just use my mouse. And I have a little Surface mouse that I use.
And it worked?
And that worked.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so I have it, and especially like tomorrow when I fly to New York, I'm going to be replacing the keyboard with that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because
Nice.
same thing. The small
tray to be working on.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
More for movies, because even if I use this, like, okay, tent it, it doesn't sit right for watching movies on the tray. So, yeah.
You should just get a Surface Book 2. And you put
That
the
should
screen on backwards.
You know,
yeah.
Because that's what I do with my ProBook 1.
Yeah, I should do that.
I don't have a ProBook.
Yeah.
Thank
Surface
you.
Book.
Surface Book, ProBook.
ProBook.
I had
What about
to
you,
send
Pierre?
mine back
Random
last-
spending. You must have done some random spending recently, man.
Not well. Yes and no. College and rent for 2 kids in university.
Oh, yeah. That works.
So there's no more money for any random spending.
Yeah. That's all you got to contribute to the segment.
That's pretty much it.
I can see why I brought you in the show today.
Sad to
just
say,
for that one
sad to
segment.
say.
Yep, just for that one segment.
I
appreciate
did
it.
sneak 2 30-inch monitors for my desk at home.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, my wife didn't see me bring them in or install them, but one day she walked into my office and went,
Those are bigger.
"Are those bigger?"
No, I changed the resolution. It just looks bigger. I just changed the resolution.
That's
She
exactly
goes,
what you need to do.
"What was wrong with the 24-inch ones?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, one was flickering." She goes, "And you have to replace both?"
No, you can't have 2 off sizes.
Exactly. I know.
It just doesn't work.
Exactly.
She obviously
Exactly.
doesn't know that.
It wasn't really flickering. It
What
was
did you do with
just
your old
the cable. I had to
24s?
jiggle the cable.
What'd you do with the 24s?
They're sitting in the corner of my desk on my office.
Nice.
Set them up for her someplace.
Oh, Bailey's waking up.
Bailey's waking up.
Where's she going?
Is that maybe time to end the show?
No, we're getting there.
No, she just moved.
But random spending wise, what have
Still need
I done?
work-safe words.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still need 3 work-safe words, folks, in the
Yep,
chat room.
We're getting there.
What time is it?
It's
that time.
It's 4 minutes left.
4 minutes.
That's you were far too efficient. Joey always leaves that to the very end. It's like, oh, and we're rolling the music.
Yes.
Oh, wait, we need 3 words. We've got. I just recently picked up my second Ubiquity access point properly.
Nice.
Got it all properly wired up.
Excellent.
It's all good.
All set up in the app.
All set in the app as well. It's very nice. It's very easy to acquire it or adopt the device, as they call it, inside the app.
Exactly.
I also picked up recently a Christmas tree stand.
Is it an IoT stand?
It's not an IoT stand, but it was on sale yesterday for $10 off, $15 off.
Okay.
And it is a single-person Christmas tree stand.
Got
so
it.
basically, you can take a Christmas tree, plop it inside of it, and then you got your foot on a lever, and then you basically pump the pedal, and the tines or the arms basically close around the stump, and it's a regular stump. It just simply closes around till it's all nice and tight, and then basically, ta-da, you're done. Even as a water level, because I got a problem with the water level.
See, that's where the
monitor.
IoT could come in.
It could. Right now, it's a archaic IoT of a floating level that basically sticks up as it gets lower and lower. The water gets lower too, to the point where it says add more.
I just open the box from the thing under the stairs and take the tree out, shake it, and stick it in the corner.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Know the feeling. Yes.
Then I don't have to worry about the
Same here.
You guys don't like the smell of Christmas trees?
Yeah,
Oh, I
they
like
sell
the
a
smell of
spray for
Christmas
that.
trees. I just
I
don't
smell
want
a spray.
Exactly.
I just light the candle.
Heck, around here, you just open the windows for a couple hours
Yeah,
and
that
it starts
could work,
smelling
too.
like a Christmas tree.
That could work too.
Then you have to close it when the rain starts.
Yeah. It's been pretty crazy on the rain side of it.
Oh my gosh! And the winds. Yep.
I think snow. They got pass on the snow's on the pass now.
Yeah, but that's
they-
normal up in the passes.
That early?
Yeah.
That's
They,
crazy.
they had chain
Chain
You had to
required.
have chain required.
Unless you have
a couple
all-wheel
weeks
drive.
ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yep.
So we need to officially ask. Oh, we got Steve Enns said Wildcat.
Okay, we got Wildcat.
So we have
Two more
Wildcat.
words.
2 more work-safe words that we can use for the show.
Okay.
What's coming up there?
And Pat, I see you there. I'm going to be there for about a week and a half. Coming into town, coming into Manhattan on the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Manhattan.
Manhattan. Going to be going, I think, to a little establishment called Rattle and Hum.
Rattle and Hum.
Yes.
I was going to be going to New York City for the first time this week. I didn't get a chance to. It says I was being single parent.
Yep.
I was going to be the demo backup guy for Corey. He was doing the Connect event.
Gotcha.
That's there.
I was wondering about this whole Corey Smart Hotel thing.
Yeah, so that's part of the demos.
I know.
Yeah.
Once I figured that
Sentiment.
out, yeah. But, yep, so we got one word, Wildcat. We need 2 more.
Uh-oh. See, that's where we have sleepers, right? You got 21 people watching, and we have sleepers.
Do we
20.
know?
20. It's going down now. People are thinking, it's going to end.
Yep.
Oh, my God. No.
Yeah, they probably...
We can start to make up words if we need to, I guess.
We should, yeah.
Pierre,
But,
we'll give you the honors, man.
Oh, there's
the
the
band's
band
starting
again.
up.
Yep, there comes the band again.
Pierre, give us a word.
Spare.
Spare.
Spare. All right. We
Wildcat, spare. J-Flo?
That works.
That's 2 words.
Works.
That's 2
Works.
words.
Let's do works.
Works. Works it is.
Wildcat,
Spare.
works.
Works.
So,
Guardian.
And no, the Wildcat
Yep.
does
Guardian.
not work as a spare.
I don't think we can read off everyone's name inside the chat room this fast, but thank you very much, Pierre Ramon, John Marshall, Jane Fair, Steve Enns, Jacob Beneke,
Pat
Jarek,
Strampolili.
Steve Enns, Pierre, you're here, Mike,
And
Sean.
Danny Langlois from Quebec City.
Kapka. Look at that, everyone's there. We need like a better list.
Exactly. No, I know.
We got to figure out a better way to do this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, I guess we should get the heck out of here. So,
Back to work.
back to work. Have a good weekend, everybody. Multipass.